questions for Coach? Adam?
I guess, Butch, I know it's only 3 games in the start of the year, but just what would you say that like you learned the most about just kind of this team after getting a full series under your guys' belt?
I told them not to let me take their joy, but I thought we were extremely vulnerable, and I didn't think we played. I think we have a lot more work to do than I'd hoped going into a first series. So I didn't. We won 8 runs today and win a series, and hopefully we win the next 13 series on a weekend. But I thought we'd be further along. I don't want to take their joy, and I had to lean on the leadership there. Cooper was one of those. But we got a tremendously long way to go. There's some vulnerability in our game all the way around that could be exposed more. So it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be hard from where we were at last year to try to get back, and you don't just snap your fingers and fairy dust and get back to something. So I'm just reiterating this is going to be hard because of some play and things that I saw this weekend. So I'm disappointed, but the realistic journey of what this is going to look like to build back up is landed upon me here on Sunday afternoon.
Jason?
But Chatterton, for freshman, goes out, commands a strike zone, and was aggressive. What do you think of his outing?
Yeah, he was able to land a secondary pitch like Chase said, and that's a freshman battery. That's a freshman at both spots. So there's a lot of positive, a lot of hopes. It was a tough weekend for what we experienced from opening day, opening morning, and a funeral tomorrow, and Cade Ballou playing every pitch of an entire series. I just said I was inspired. I continue to be here. He made a catch in the 6th inning today that was just absolutely crushed against the wall. That's a good-sized center fielder, and he played so fluid. He had a great weekend. So got that going on. But those 2 freshmen just absolutely kind of shows what they can be. Was it perfect? No. Was it vulnerable a little bit there at the end of the outing? But he competed and did a nice job, and I think he can grow from it. I've seen a lot of first time. I don't think he's a freshman. I think he's one of our better guys. And that's what we're looking to try to build around a little bit. But those 2 guys being together, I thought, made that really work and made that special, and looked like that was a good bright spot for the future.
Right.
Sticking to bright spots, 11 of 14 runs, I believe, with 2 outs today. And I think the first 2 games you guys were 3 of 21 with 2 outs. So see improvement there.
I thought Cooper's swing was big, but I think they ran out of pitching when we started scoring, Brian. I think they were out of pitching. I think we loaded the bases in the 5th inning. Was the first time we had the bases loaded. Not that that's any barometer or anything. I just thought it was surprising to me. But I think they run out of pitching. I think when they got to where their pitching fell off the cliff, and I think they got a chance to win their conference. It's a nice club. They didn't give us a ton of freebies until I thought they run out of pitching, and then I thought our bats tuned up once they got to that point. So I'm thankful for all those stats and all the 2-out hits. But I have to admit and give an account that I thought it happened when they run out of pitching.
Larry?
Eric Moore, I kind of hauled it off there.
Yeah.
A couple innings ago, you got a quick update on him?
That's all I got was a quick update. But it was I was told hamstring with no deficit. I think they'd even looked at it when they come back to me. So sometimes when those are certain levels and severe, they have a hole or a deficit that they can absolutely tell. So on the lighter side, whatever grade that is, and but I would still anticipate with the quick information that I got would be 10 days, 2 weeks conservatively and hopefully positively. But we thought it just grabbed him a little bit, and I think from them looking at him, I don't think the deficit was that big.
Jason?
What's the biggest surprise for you after 3 days? Was it strike throwing? Was it the lack of offensive kind of busting out, or was it a combination of really everything?
Yeah, I just thought it was pressurized. I think maybe I set an expectation of them too high, and now like I said, we'll be an underdog here in our own ballpark Tuesday. I think all those things are good. We just need to be trying to figure out a strategy to try to win our third game if we can. Getting ahead of yourself, and if I ever compared them to other teams, or these guys have been amazing. They show up early. They absolutely the earliest team to the ballpark. This is one of the best rosters we put together on paper. They come from amazing families. They've done everything we ask them to do, and we got a whole season in front of us. But we're not capable in games. I'm not seeing the best version of everybody. I want them to do their best, enjoy the game, and I just see pressure. Half the game today, and especially the entire game yesterday, I just saw tension all the way around. And pitchers, when they get to the stretch, they just leap up out of their stance there instead of making a pitch like I've seen them do. The hitters just jittery and coming up out of the hole and flailing at pitches, 2-0 pitches that catch them deep. They gather energy last night and was returning it to the left-handed hitters were returning it into the first base dugout as opposed to the middle of the field. Those are telltale signs. We talk about process over results. I'm just where you gather energy, and if you can't return it back to the middle of the field, you're off. And we were off a lot this weekend from that standpoint. We get to the 9th inning last night, and it's a chance where it's not the most. It's a good arm, but not a dominating arm. It's not like anything we're not going to see in our league, and we get fly ball like our 13th fly ball of the ball game, and then can't put it in play. That's not what great teams do. So we're past the great team. We're past the selling them. Probably my fault of trying to build them up, because that's what I like to do with young people. In 32 years of coaching baseball is to build them up. And I think it's time to get real, because there's some things that we're not able to do consistently right now. I look at the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. We gave up 5 more freebies today, especially after having a big inning, and we were lucky that they didn't catch us or get away from us there, because we just started the freebie thing at the point of the game where we really thought we were growing. So we just got to stay after it. We just got to dig in and fight and see if we can come out and just be competitive with playing the game, and see if we can get settled and just start putting the ball in play and planing it out a little bit. In the night games, when it's not going to go out, create the right approach. It's going to have success. So a lot of work to do.